Hockey fans, good evening and welcome. It is senior night, where we honor our senior players and cheerleaders and their parents. Let's meet Joe Allison. Joe is the son of Scott and Lori Allison. Joe's hobbies include playing video games with his brother Ben and Christian and playing hockey at the outdoor rink with the boys. He's also on the baseball team. His favorite senior moment has been skating at the pond and outdoor rinks during the shutdown. Joe's future plans are to attend the University of Minnesota and major in biology. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Allison. Let's meet Isaac Erickson. Isaac is the son of Cliff and Kelly Erickson. Isaac enjoys playing Madden and chilling with Ethan. He also plays football. His favorite senior moment will be when he graduates. Isaac's future plans are undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Erickson. Let's meet Blake Freider. Blake is the son of Dale and Dana Freider. Blake enjoys spending time at Side Lake in the summer, boating, fishing, and tubing. Island camping at Camp Togama and Canada trips, working the trades, and planning future businesses. He also plays baseball. His favorite senior moment is being able to step on the ice this year and being with the guys. Blake's future plans are to continue to pursue his future and present commitments to his contracting business and to further his education at HCC in business and obtain his realtor's license. Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Freider. Let's meet Michael Galley. Michael is the son of Mike and Mandy Galley. Michael enjoys flying, spending time with family, and hanging out with friends. Michael is also a part of the trap shooting team. His favorite senior moment was winning against Virginia and hanging out with the boys. Michael plans to attend UND for commercial aviation and become an airline pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Galley. Let's meet Isaac Hildebrand. Isaac is the son of Jay and Katie Hildebrand. Isaac's hobbies include hunting, fishing, and spending time with family and friends. He also plays tennis and is on the trap shooting team. Isaac's favorite senior moment is getting to spend time with the team. His future plans are to attend UND and major in business and finance. Ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Hildebrand. Let's meet Trevor Lehman. Trevor is the son of Jake and Ruth Lehman. Trevor enjoys playing video games, skiing, fishing, and disc golf. His favorite senior moment was assisting his brother for his first varsity goal. Trevor is undecided about his future plans. Ladies and gentlemen, Trevor Lehman. Let's meet Ethan Lund. Ethan is the son of Janelle and Jeff Lund. Ethan enjoys hanging out with the boys and Emily, working at Herbert's and Herbert's for the best boss around, and watching Criminal Minds with his mom. He also plays on the baseball team. His favorite senior moment is beating Evelyn in overtime the last 2 years. Ethan's future plans are to attend HCC for 1 more year to obtain his AA degree. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Lund. Let's meet Eric Sanborn. Eric is the son of Mike and Carrie Sanborn. His hobbies include playing golf and video games and is a member of the golf team. Eric's favorite senior moment is spending time with the guys. His future plans are to play junior hockey or attend UND and major in business. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Sanborn. Let's meet Joe Sinich. Joe is the son of Nick Sinich and Karen Wasilewski. Joe enjoys playing hockey and baseball and hanging out with his friends. He is also a member of the baseball team. His favorite senior moment will happen when he graduates. Joe's future plans are to attend UMD and major in business. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Sinich. Let's meet Connor Willard. Connor is the son of Jim and Jennifer Willard. Connor likes to hunt, fish, and golf. He also plays golf and baseball in the summer. His favorite senior moment is getting to come back to Hibbing and play hockey with his friends. Connor's future plans include going to college to either major in biology or sports medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, Connor Willard. And now let's meet our senior cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Caitlin Faso. Caitlin is the daughter of Justin and Kaylee Faso. Caitlin's hobbies include dance, cheerleading, student council, National Honor Society, Knowledge Bowl, band, TADA, Junior City Council, and hanging with Caroline and Alyssa. Her favorite senior moment was being part of the homecoming court and making the most out of her year with COVID. Caitlin's future plans are to attend the University of Minnesota in the Twin Cities to pursue a degree in sports medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Faso. Let's meet Mia Johnson. Mia is the daughter of David and Kim Johnson. Her current hobbies are cheering with an amazing group of girls, study dates with my friends, and working with the best care crew around. Mia's favorite senior moments are getting climbed up with the girls, being able to cheer with my sister Eva for my senior year. Her future plans are to attend UMD and major in exercise science. Ladies and gentlemen, Mia Johnson. And let's meet Caroline Rue. Caroline is the daughter of John and Wendy Rue. Caroline's hobbies include cheerleading, student council, TADA, choir, writing music, and hanging out with Eli, Rachel, and Caitlin. Her favorite senior moment was being on the homecoming court with her friends and cheering with the best squad ever. Caroline's plans are to attend the University of Minnesota in the Twin Cities to study chemistry. Ladies and gentlemen, Caroline Rue. Let's have a huge round of applause for our senior players and cheerleaders, and we'd like to wish all of them all the best in their future endeavors, and we'd also like to thank the parents for supporting their children to see their dreams come true. Let's have a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, check, check, check.
junior winger number 2, Ezra Carlson.
Welcome to the Hibbing Memorial Building and tonight's Iron Range Conference Boys Hockey Showdown between the Greenway Raiders and the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets. Greenway will be starting. Ty Donahue at center with Aiden Ryla and Ezra Carlson on his wings. Brody Jorgensen and Tavon Wells at defense, and Nathan Jorgensen in the goal. Hibbing starting with Joe Allison at center, Connor Willard and Ethan Lund on his wings. Eric Sanborn, Trevor Lehman at the defensive positions, and Braden Boyer in goal for Hibbing Chisholm tonight. Sanborn behind the net to Lehman. Brought back out to the point to Jorgensen. Shot and saved by Boyer. First save of the night for the Hibbing netminder. Both teams are changing. Tonight, senior night for Hibbing Chisholm. We will go over those seniors when we get a break in the action. But Keegan Fink will be taking that face-off with Derek Davidson. Ooh, nice shot was screened. Boyer screened, but he couldn't see it, but the shot went wide. We got Bo Freider. Puck taken away, but knocked in by Blake Freider. Out to Davidson, gets it into the Blue Jacket zone, chased down by Drew Cabina. Cabina behind the net, back out to Bo Freider, who carries it up across center ice into the Raider zone, loses the puck to Coleman Groshong, who sends it back behind the net to Wyatt Thorson. Thorson pushes it ahead, but it's broken up at center ice. Back to Cabina, who pushes it ahead to A.J. Lehman, but he loses the puck to push back in the Greenway zone. Michael Anderkin harassing a Greenway player. Cabina, neither team can gain control of the puck. Thorson, though, pushes it ahead, intercepted by Hibbing, sent up ice, just passed just a little too long for Lund. Nathan Rude had the puck taken from him, but it's picked up by Sanborn. And now Lund up to Allison. Allison across the blue line. Back to Lund, who takes it down the half board to Allison behind the goal line. Lund circles around, shoots, and it's saved by Jorgensen. Out in front to Willard. Willard loses it to Jorgensen, who puts it deep into Hibbing zone. Oh, a bad pass intercepted. Intercepted by Donahue, and his shot is saved by Boyer. That's the first mistake, really, tonight by Hibbing. We have 14-15 to go in the first period. Score is 0-0. Davidson taking the draw with Fink. Greenway wins it out in front, and it's put on net, and Boyer squeezes it to force another face-off. Davidson and Fink again in the face-off circle. Puck is drawn back. Cabina battling behind the net, sends it out to Bo Freider. Back to Cabina. Cabina, long ice pass to Blake Freider, but it's intercepted. Brought into the Hibbing zone. Knocked away there by Bo Freider, who puts it behind the net. Cabina picks it up, sends it up in the middle to Fink. Fink over to Bo Freider. He's got his brother Blake with him. Pushes it behind the net. Battle for control comes to Hibbing. Back to Cabina, who fires, but it's blocked. Stick block on that one. Bo Freider pushes it behind the net. Blake with it. Comes back, circles around. Doesn't have anyone to pass to because Hibbing's in the middle of the line change. Push back again behind the Greenway net. Puck is cleared out. Anderkin had it for a moment. Thorson with it. Thorson takes it and dumps it into the Hibbing zone, knocked down by Babich, or Casey Kemp. Casey Kemp knocked that down. Puck's out at center ice. Sanborn around the boards to pick it up. Pushes it ahead to A.J. Lehman. Back out across the blue line. Hibbing has to regroup. Rude with the puck. Passes it ahead. Well, we had a... Carlson picked that puck up and brought it across, but his teammate was offside, so the faceoff comes outside the Blue Jackets' defensive zone. 12:13 remaining, 0-0. Donahue facing off with Allison, wins it. Shot was blocked and cleared out of the Hibbing defensive zone. Allison on giving chase. The puck is knocked down at the blue line. Good stick work there by... Carried across by Lund, who shoots, saved. Lund couldn't get the rebound. Ooh, a shot out in front, or a pass out in front, but couldn't connect. Donahue takes it onto nets, knocked away by Willard. Allison comes up with it. Up ahead to Lund, but it's off his stick and intercepted by Greenway. Davidson takes it down. Watched closely by Lehman, Trevor. Oh, number 14. Groshong put a shot out. It was deflected in, and Greenway will take a 1-0 lead. .540 of the first period. A nice deflection. I'll get his name here in a second. I believe it was Davidson. But we'll make sure officially who got the goal for the Raiders on that one. Freider comes away with it. Comes down into the Greenway zone. Circles behind the net.
Scoring the goal for the Raiders, number 8, Carter Klein. He is assisted by number 14, Coleman Groshaw, and number 19, Derek Davidson. Klein from Groshaw and Davidson.
Goal was scored by number 8, Carter Klein. Bo Freider brings it in, shoots it, saved by Jurgensen. Ooh, a centering pass. Nobody was home for Hibbing. Comes all the way down into Hibbing defensive zone. Kavina tried to clear, but it was kept in by Greenway. But now Bo Freider picks it up, comes down the ice, dumps it in, as Hibbing will go off for a change. Jorgensen with it for Greenway. And pass is intercepted by Anderkin, who sets it out front, but not didn't connect again. A.J. Lehman behind the net. His pass out front is intercepted. Shot around the Hibbing net. A.J. Lehman picks it up, carries across. Puck's knocked away by Thorson. Carlson with it. Shoots and it's blocked. Nope, picked out. What? A shot from the side at a bad angle. Hit the net, and it came out and it hit Boyer, and then went in the net for the Greenway. So it's 2-0 now. That's 7:18 of the first period. Blue Jackets are getting themselves in a hole.
Scoring the goal for the Raiders, number 7, Aiden Raiola.
Goal was scored by Aiden Raiola, assisted by Donahue. At 7:18. 2-0 Greenway. Lund with the puck in Hibbing zone, pushes it ahead. down into the Greenway zone, where Groshong picks it up and sends it up the boards, but intercepted. And Willard had a shot it right into Jurgensen. Again, 9:08 left in the first period. It's Greenway 2, Hibbing Chisholm 0. Davidson will take this face-off with Fink. One back into the corner, chased in by Freider. Puck out loose in front, but nobody from Hibbing Chisholm could get to the puck. Klein with the puck, dumps it in. Boy, we're having trouble around that goal today for Hibbing. Greenway's just buzzing right now. Hibbing's got to do something to stop this momentum that the Raiders are gaining. Loose puck there. Shot on goal. And Boyer's got to make about 3 saves on that. You know, Hibbing's coming off a 4-2 victory over Virginia on Tuesday. And I believe Greenway's coming off a 3-1 loss to Evelyn Gilbert. But the Blue Jackets need to regroup right now and get something started offensively. Greenway's just buzzing right now. Battle in the corner, comes away. Kabina comes away with it, sends it back to Rude, whose long pass is intercepted. Shot back in, Boyer out of his net to stop it. Lehman with it, carries it across the blue line. He has nobody there because Hibbing's in the middle of a line change. But Willard gets it back to Kabina, who shoots it just wide. And puck behind the net for Donahue. Donahue tried to get it out in front but couldn't. Kabina fighting for it in the corner. Puck is finally grabbed by Willard, who gets it across to Rude, who carries up across center into the Raider zone. Pass across to Willard, but he can't control it. It's dumped into the corner. Thorson picks it up for Greenway, sends it out to center ice, where Springer comes away with it. But it's taken away from him, and Lund has control. Lund brings it up, carries between 2 Raider players, gets it ahead to Allison. Allison comes down, his pass is blocked, but Lund sends it back out to Sanborn. Sanborn gets it in front, kick saved by Jurgensen. Lehman had it back to Allison. And here comes Willard across the blue line, but is offside. And he kind of shot the puck a little bit after that whistle blew, and Greenway's letting him know about it. We have a stoppage in play. Face off in the neutral zone. Hibbing will make a line change. Donahue will take the face off for Greenway, and Fink will take it for Hibbing. Donahue takes it into the Hibbing zone, behind the net. Babbage with it, behind the net, takes it out through the circle. Ahead to Bullfighter. Bullfighter tried to make a move and lost the puck into the corner. It's cleared around. Carlson has it, comes in. Ooh, a long cross-ice pass to Jorgensen, but he couldn't connect on the tip. Freider comes away with it into the Hibbing zone. Makes a move around one, circles behind the net, but loses the puck. Kabina back behind the blue line with a wrist shot, goes wide. Kemp with it, tried to turn and fire, but shot it wide. And it bounces over Sanborn's stick into the Hibbing zone, where Cabina picks it up. Long ice pass to Kemp, who deflects it into the Raider zone. Groshong over with the corner, sends it back to Thorson. Thorson gets it out to Storley. Storley carries in, dumps it behind Hibbing's net. It's Sanborn and Predovich back there. Puts out to the point. Shot is blocked. Picked up by Kemp, who had Lehman with him. Anderkin with it down to the point. Shot on is blocked, and the puck is cleared, and we'll get icing on this play. .454 remaining in the first period. It's a 2-0 Greenway over Hibbing Chisholm. Allison will take the draw with Davidson. Wins it back. Allison behind the net. Ooh, bad pass picked off by Willard, but he was all tied up and couldn't take it anywhere. Puck's back out in the neutral zone. Puck moved ahead to Willard. Willard across to Allison, who put a pass on net for Ethan Lund, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Lund behind the net. Being held a little bit, but he gets it out front, and nobody's home as Willard tried to send it to the left. Puck was stolen, and Allison almost had an opportunity there, but he keeps it in. Lund tried to center it, but it's knocked down. Allison by the far boards out to center, tried to center it, but it's back out to the blue line. Shot behind the Raiders' net. Allison again tries to center it, but nobody there. And the Raiders come away with it as Ryaline came down the ice with it. Puck taken behind the net by Donahue, who circles out to the blue line, puts a shot on that's blocked, and we got a penalty coming up. Bo Freider will be going off for Hibbing Chisholm at the 13:40 mark of the first period. Hibbing already down 2-0, couldn't afford to take a penalty at this point. So now they'll have to work hard for 2 minutes to make sure they don't go down 3-0. Donahue, puck face on one by Hibbing, and it was sent down the ice by Babbage. Blake Freider beat his guy down there, tying it up against the boards. But Greenway still down behind Greenway's net. Groshong had it. Back out. Nice stick. And Kemp comes up with it and clears it down, and Hibbing will make a change. 1:25 left in the penalty to Freider. Ryola sends it up to Carlson, and Carlson has it taken away by Allison. Gets it to Cabina. Over to Allison just misses on a shorthanded opportunity. Greenway can't get anything set up on this power play. Sanborn clears it the length of the ice. 53 seconds left in the man advantage for Greenway. Ryola comes down, centers it, but it's knocked away by Boyer. And Willard picks it up. He's got a break. Oh, he tried to make a move, and it was knocked away by the skate of Jorgensen. Willard just laid a big hit on Ryla. And now Sanborn trying, and Sanborn just drew a penalty. Greenway or Hibbing will be going on the power play at 15:28 of the first period. Donahue will be going off for, I believe, hooking. So there's 13 seconds left in the Blue Jackets penalty. So it'll be 13 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. And then Hibbing will get the rest of the period on the power play. Fink on the face-off wins it in the corner, 4-on-4 hockey. Fink tried to stuff it in, but couldn't get it there. Tried to clear, but it's kept in by Kabina. Fink with it into the corner. Anderkin tried to center it. Hibbing is now on a power play. As Kabina tried to keep it in, but Allison keeps it in. Back to Willard on the point. Back to Allison. Allison in the corner to Bullfreighter. Bullfreighter back to Willard. Willard to Bullfreighter. Freighter in the center to Kabina, who shoots, and it's saved by Jurgensen. 1:16 left in that penalty. 48 seconds left in the first period. Hibbing needs a little momentum, and it would be nice if they could get a goal here, but they got to work hard to get it. Allison wins the draw. Bullfreighter on the far board shoots, and it's deflected wide. Allison picks it up. Scramble for the puck. Ooh, high sticking there. For a hand pass. They call it a hand pass. And we got a little bit of rust stuff going on down there between Freighter and Jorgensen. It's like Jorgensen didn't hear the whistle blow, and that's a possibility. But we got 32 seconds, 32.3 left. Ref had to retrieve the puck, so we'll be coming back down, or they're talking about that right now, about where the face-off should be. And it looks like the face-off's going to be back down in Hibbing's zone. Allison wins that face-off, but Greenway picks it up in the corner. Kabina tying him up, and then Allison comes away with it. Allison to Lund over to Bo Freighter. Freighter takes it down into the corner. 14 seconds left, but the puck's taken away by Greenway and cleared the length of the ice. So it looks like Hibbing won't even get one last rush here, because as the buzzer should go off in 3 seconds. And that's the end of the first period with
Saves
Hibbing.
in the first period for Jurgensen on the Raiders 9, for Boyer on the Blue Jackets 4.
So Jurgensen had 9 saves that period. Boyer finished with 4. Your goals, the first goal for Greenway at 5:40, scored by number 8. Carter Klein, assisted by Coleman Groshong and Derek Davidson, and the second goal at 7:18, scored by Aiden Ryla, assisted by Ty Donahue. So at the end of one period, it's Greenway 2, Hibbing 0. We'll see you for second period action shortly.
Both teams at full strength. Starting to go with their Blue Jackets, number 15, Drew Kabina. He's assisted by number 3, Joe Allison. Kabina from Allison. Time of the goal, 33 seconds. On penalty to Raiders, number 16, Aiden Springer. 2 minor for tripping. Springer for tripping. Time of the penalty, 150.
You ready for me? Oh, all right. Well, we're back. We had a little some technical issues here, but we're back on the air again. And what you missed was a goal by Hibbing's Drew Kabina just a few seconds after the power play ended. Kabina came down, snapped the wrister high over Jurgensen's stick side, and it's 2-1. And Hibbing is on the power play at this point, at this moment. You got Lund with it, skating back up over to Kabina. Kabina shoots it wide, over to Blake. Bullfighter picks it up. Down the corner to Willard. Willard skates into the circle, comes to the top of the slot. Oh, a nice pass over to Freider, but he couldn't direct it in the net. Freider tried to return the favor to Willard, but he couldn't connect on it. Bo Freider coming out front. Jurgensen making some nice saves down there for Greenway. Lund with it at the top of the shoots it up, and it's deflected up into the netting. 6 seconds left on the power play for Hibbing. 13:16 left in the second period. It's 2-1. It was a nice play by Kabina, a nice shot by Kabina, put it that way. And we have Kemp out on the face-off circle with Davidson. Kemp wins it back. Rube took it behind the net, tried to center it, but it's going back down to the Hibbing zone. Sanborn wins the race to the puck. He eludes one guy, but can't get past Davidson. But Kemp now with it to Sanborn behind the net. He eludes two guys. But Thorson clears it back down into the hitting zone. Sanborn loses control. Hibbing's having a hard time in their zone. They can't control the puck. But Thorson now back behind the net. Anderkin dumped it into the zone. Ryla comes across the blue line, takes a shot, knocked away by Boyer. Babbage had it over there. Babbage has it again. Gets it up to Blake Freider, who comes across the red line. Skates down behind the goal lines, taken down behind the net. Puck sent back to the blue line. Where Carlson had it for a moment. Battle behind the net. Where Cabina picks it up and gets it over to Bullfrider. Bullfrider up ahead to Blake, who tries to clear it but can't, but we got a penalty coming up, it looks like. A hooking call on Greenway, I believe. At 5:47 of the second period, Joe Herfindahl going off for hooking. So this will be Hibbing's third power play of the day. They're 0 for 2 on it right now. Allison taking the draw against Davidson. Wins it back, but out of the reach of Cabina, and he has to chase it back down with Davidson on his tail.
Number 20, Joe Herfindahl. 2-minute minor for hooking.
Cabina up to Willard. Willard to Allison, who brings it in. Back drop to Cabina, shoots, and it goes through Jurgensen's pads, and it's in the net for a goal. Power play goal. I'm sure Willard will get the assist because I think there was a Hibbing player behind Jurgensen who knocked it in, and we'll get that scoring for you in a moment. But it's 2-2, back to 5-on-5 action. We have Willard. Allison picks it up in his own zone. His pass is intercepted.
Blue Jackets, number 17, Casey Kemp. He's assisted by number 10, Connor Willard, and number 3, Joe Allison.
So Kemp gets the power play goal from Willard and Allison at 6:05. We got another penalty coming up here. This one's going to be on Hibbing. So Greenway will be going on the power play. This penalty comes at 6:37. And it's on number 6, Eric Sanborn. So at 6:37, Greenway will go on the power play. Their second power play opportunity.
Final penalty in the Blue Jackets, number 6, Eric Sanborn. 2-minute minor for interference.
Gets the penalty called for interference.
Time of the penalty, 6:37.
And it's cleared by Cabina, and Blake Freider comes in all alone and shoots it right into the pads of Jurgensen. He had Kemp on his, coming down on his right, and he could have either passed it or shoot it, and then he shot it right into the pads of Jurgensen. But a nice opportunity there for the Blue Jackets. Puck goes back behind him. Carlson over to Jorgensen. Jorgensen behind his own net. Comes out. Hits Carlson, but he's in off, but he takes it in, and Greenway's called offside. So the Blue Jackets have put on a good rally here to start the second period to tie it up 2-2 after falling behind 2-0 in the first period. London against Donahue on this faceoff. One back by Hibbing, or that was Kemp, sorry, on the faceoff. Lehman behind the net couldn't get it, but it back out to Thorson, who puts it back down into the corner. Back out to the point, and it goes off the stick of Jorgensen back to center ice. Willard tried to chase it down, but he can't get it. Ryla back up the ice for Greenway. Shoots high into the corner. Willard with a big hit in the corner. Battle for the puck down there. Comes squirting out to Donahue. Donahue carries in. His shot is blocked by Boyer. Ryla with it in the corner. Back out to Thorson. Thorson to Jorgensen. Shot's blocked by Hibbing. Ryla with it. Oh, and almost taken away, but now they got a 2-on-1 break. The shot is blocked by Boyer. Back out to Jorgensen, but he can't hold it in, and the Raiders will be called for offside. Good penalty kill, though, by the Blue Jackets. 18 seconds left in that penalty. 8:41 left in the second period. Allison will be facing off against Davidson. Draws it back to Lund, and Lund gets it out, clears it up to Freider, but he can't control it. But Allison's been pretty darn good on those face-offs tonight. And in the other games I've seen Hibbing play. But Greenway has it behind the net. The penalty comes to an end. Hibbing at full strength. Allison knocks the puck away, comes down 1-on-1, shoots it and blocked by Jurgensen. Blake Freider holds it in, as does Allison. Gets it across to Kambina, whose center pass went away from Kambina, but a shot on net by Sanborn goes wide. Kambina with it, turns it behind the net to Allison, who centers it. And it goes through everybody. Hibbing's just buzzing now this period. Lund is hit hard by Groshong. But Willard has the puck, or Blake Freider has the puck. Back behind the net to Sanborn, who falls. And picked up by Greenway, but tried to clear it, but couldn't. Another great save on... that was a shot by Keegan Fink at backhand, and Jurgensen came up big to keep this game at 2-2. But Hibbing's blocking shots, knocking shots away. Good stick work by the Blue Jackets as they're buzzing this period. Faceoffs coming outside the Greenway zone. Fink will be taking it with Donahue. Won by Fink and cleared down put down into the Greenway zone by Rude to Willard. Willard puts it on net, and Jurgensen covers up. Shots are 19-10 in favor of Hibbing, and it's 2-2 on the scoreboard. Fink is now centering both Ryder and Willard. So he's got a little bit of a line change here. And Fink's faceoff goes right on net, and Jurgensen has to cover up. Fink and Donahue on the faceoff, tied up, set behind the net. Wells with it, over on the side to Ryalov. Hibbing's just buzzing here. Greenway cannot get the puck out of their zone with the stick work of Hibbing. Lehman puts it down into the corner. Fink chases. Lehman again keeps it in. Fink gets it out to the point. To Rude. Rude puts a shot on, but it's blocked. And now Greenway finally clears it. We'll have icing on the Raiders. .634 remaining in the second period. Hibbing Chisholm 2, Greenway 2. Kemp against Don Davidson wins the faceoff. Controlled by A.J. Lehman. He puts it out front for Anderkin, who couldn't get a stick on it, but a shot is blocked by Greenway. Kabina with a shot. Another shot blocked by Kabina. He tried to carry it in, but got slowed up by a couple of Greenway defenders, and the puck is cleared down into Hibbing's zone. No icing on this one. Kabina picks it up in the corner, back out to Anderkin. Anderkin carries it up the ice. Drops it for Kemp, who scores! A nice pass by Anderkin. Over to Kemp, who one-timed a snapshot past Jurgensen at 11:05 of the second period. And now Hibbing has a one-goal lead, 3-2. You couldn't have worked that one any better. Anderkin comes down 2-on-1, slides it over. Kemp's shot eludes Jurgensen, and it's 3-2 Hibbing. Sanborn throws it into the Greenway zone. He dumps it down the ice, no icing. Rude with it out to Allison, who loses the puck in the corner. Allison, Willard battling along the boards. And Carlson came away at the puck and put a shot on net with Boyer, hit him right in the midsection. So there will be a face-off in Hibbing's defensive zone. Face-off comes to the right of Boyer, won by Greenway, but it was knocked out of the zone by Lehman. But it's carried back in by Donahue. It's taken away by Kabina. Pass, just misses a pass, but it's picked up by Kemp. But he loses it at center ice. And it's icing called on Greenway. So, in the matter of not even 12 minutes, Hibbing scores 3 times, and it's 3-2 Blue Jackets. We got Fink against Davidson on the draw. One back, but Fink's being hooked at there, but he didn't no call. Fink gets it back out to the point. Sanborn puts on a wrist shot, stopped by Jurgensen. Puck loose, but Davidson picks it up. Davidson skates out. Greenway's got a 3-on-2 going, but a weak shot from out top is gloved by Boyer. There'll be a face-off to his left. Now the Blue Jackets just have to play disciplined hockey and not take any penalties. Allison against Herfindahl on the draw. Won by Allison. Cleared around the boards to Willard. He picks it up at the blue line, gets it over to Cabina. Cabina carries it across into the Greenway zone. Takes it around behind the net, tries to center. Kemp with it. Kemp puts it behind the net. Chased by Willard. Good hold up there by Willard. Willard over to Kemp, who tried to center it to Allison, but it just missed a stick. And now Ethan Lund just broke up a possible breakaway by Austin Storley. And Allison comes away with the puck. Sends it around the boards to Kemp. We have Lund coming across, takes a shot, glove save by Jurgensen. Snapped that one right out of the air. .358 left in the second period. 3-2 Hibbing. So we got Fink against Donahue in the circle, controlled by Hibbing. Knocked out of the zone. And Lehman chases it down. Tries to clear, but can't. Kept in by Greenway. In the corner. Fink behind the net along with Lehman. Hibbing finally comes away with it. Blake Freider up to Bo Freider, coming down in the middle, a shot on block. Another shot by Bo Freider, but that's saved by Jurgensen. Bo Freider battling. But Greenway comes away with it with Riola. Riola clears it down into the Hibbing zone. And Greenway goes off for a change. Puck brought up. Controlled by Lund. Lund across the blue line. Into the circle. Around the net. Blake Freider with it. Sends it along the half board. Battle down there, but by Blake Freider and two Greenway players. And the puck comes away to Greenway, but the clearing attempt does not connect. And Hibbing's back on the attack. Oh, nope. Puck out at center ice, cleared in by... Oh, we got a penalty coming up on Hibbing. Bo Freider will be going off at 14:24 of the second period. Again, that's where Hibbing's got to play discipline. You have a 3-2 lead. I know you want to play physical, but there's a limit to the physicalness. Because now you don't want to give Greenway any life. Allison taking the face off with Riola. They had a couple words down there. I don't know if it was friendly or not, but won by Greenway. Thorson sends it to the end of the zone, but it's cleared out by
Freider for interference. 10-minute penalty, 14-24.
Babbage cleared it. Greenway coming back. Donahue with it across the blue line. Leaves it off for Carlson. Riola back behind the net, out to the circle. Sets up on the half wall, sends it around the boards to Donahue. Taken away by Babbage and sent out with Willard coming up the ice with Allison with him. Willard with a shot that goes high and wide. But he clears it back down into the corner, chased by Kemp. Riola with it. Takes it up. Pass to Groshon, didn't connect. And Hibbing sends it the length of the ice. 53 seconds left on the penalty to Hibbing. Donnie Davidson with it. Up to Springer. Springer took it back behind the net. Groshong took a shot from the point, but it's gloved by Boyer to force a face-off to his right. 31 seconds left in the Hibbing penalty, 1:06 left in the second period. Hibbing up 3-2. Hibbing out shooting Greenway 24-13, with the majority of those shots coming in this period. Donahue, face-off win, goes back, tied up along the boards.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Shot is blocked. A shot by Springer is blocked. Another shot by Wells goes behind the net on the side wall. Battle for it there. And Groshong has it, takes it in. His shots stick away. And Hibbing is back at full strength. Tried to connect with Freider on that one, but it came up a little short. Puck behind the net. Keegan Fink comes away with it. Up to Allison, who dumps it down into the Greenway zone. Chased by Bo Freider. Ryla misses it, and it's to Willard. Donahue had a break, but he shot it wide. And the period comes to an end.
Saves in the second period for Jurgensen, the Raiders 12, with a 2-period total of 21. Saves in the second period for Boyer, the Blue Jackets 8, with a 2-period total of 12.
So here's your recap of the second period. Scoring at 33 seconds, Drew Cabina from Joe Allison. At 6:05, Casey Kemp scores a power play goal from Willard and Allison. And then at 11:05, Casey Kemp scores from Michael Anderkin. And your score after 2 periods is Hibbing Chisholm 3, Greenway 2. Jurgensen had 12 saves in that period for a game total of 21, and Boyer had 8 saves for a game total of 12. So after 2, it's Hibbing Chisholm 3, Greenway 2. We'll be back for third period action shortly. We're back at Hibbing Memorial Arena for third period action between Greenway and Hibbing Chisholm. Down in North Branch, Hibbing boys basketball team is leading 60-37. Mason Brown hit for his 1,000th point of his career down there. He needed, I believe, 17 to get it, and he punctuated it probably with a three-pointer, if I'm not mistaken. But Greenway comes down, dumps it into Hibbing zone. Ryla into the corner, taken by out to center ice with Ryla, dumps it back into the zone. Lehman chases it back, gets it up to his brother, AJ. But Jorgensen comes away with it. Ryla, but it's taken away by Kemp, who skates in one-on-one. Goes around the Greenway net. Tried to center it out front to Lehman, but couldn't get it there. Rung around the boards and out of the Greenway zone. Chased down by Cabina, who tries to clear it but doesn't. And a big shot by Donna Davidson that goes over the net. Greenway with it on the side boards, but it's taken away by Cabina. Oh, who pass just misses Lund. And we'll have icing. The face-off coming, I believe, to the left of Boyer. Also tonight, the Hibbing Chisholm girls hockey team was leading North Shore 3-1 after 2 periods. Allison and Davidson on the draw. Won by Allison to Lund, who brings it across the center line into the Greenway zone, stops, looks for someone to pass to, dumps it down to Willard, who fires and saved by Jurgensen. Lund with a big hit on Klein, and a shot in by Cabina that's saved by Boyer. Allison with it, tries to center to Lund, but he's tied up. Now it looks like we're going to have a penalty on Greenway. Just 1:43 into this third period. Klein goes off for the Raiders. And we got Fink centering with Donahue. Oh, taken away by Ryla there on the face-off circle, but kept in by Hibbing. Puck cleared out of the zone, but set back in by Babbage. Tried to clear, but kept in by Hibbing. Blake Freider can't control it. Falls down, but Sanborn tries to come away with it. Fink takes it away. But Hibbing just can't get control of the puck down there, so it's cleared out by the Raiders. 1:20 left in the penalty. Oh, pass misses Fink, and it's going to be icing on Hibbing. Babbage had Fink at the blue line, and they just didn't connect. And Fink couldn't get his stick on the puck to make sure it wasn't icing. So now you have Allison up against Davidson on this face-off. Allison again wins it back. Cabina gets it over to Lund. Lund carries up to Allison. Pass was behind him, but then Bullfighter knocks it into the zone. Jurgensen clears it around, but picked up by Willard, who sends it back around the net to Lund. Lund gives it to Allison. Allison back to the point for Cabina. Cabina shoots, saved by Jurgensen. Bullfighter with control. And the puck is cleared. No, it is kept in by Freider. Skates in alone on, his shot though goes wide by Freider. Ethan Lund with it. Back out to Cabina. Cabina over to Bullfighter, who shoots right into the midsection of Jurgensen. 22 seconds left in the penalty to Greenway, 13:38 remaining in regulation. Hibbing 3, Greenway 2. Allison back to Cabina. Cabina across the one shoots, it's blocked. Right to Allison, who shoots high and wide. Both Ryder around the net. 2 seconds left in the power play. Greenway kills off this penalty at a crucial time in the game. But Allison fighting for it. Picked up by Willard. He gives it back to Allison. And it's back behind the net and cleared around to the left of Jorgensen. But it pops over the stick. But a nice save by Cabina to keep Greenway from getting an odd man rush. Allison back in the zone to Willard. His shot is blocked by Jorgensen. The puck kept in by Lund and Willard with it. Skates into the circle. Circles. Looking for someone to pass to. He hits Fink coming down in the slot, but he can't control the pass. Fink behind the net. Out in front. Lehman had a shot. Fink back out to, Anderkin had a shot blocked. Lund at the point, shoots, and it's blocked in front. Lehman in the corner, taken out by Ryla, and Ryla clears it down into him, and we'll have an icing call. 12:06 left in the third regulation. Hibbing 3, Greenway, Chisholm 3, Greenway 2. Kemp on the draw with Davidson. Into the corner, kept down. Nice battle by Anderkin to keep it in the corner. It's kept in at the blue line by Hibbing. And the puck is finally lifted and cleared out. Chased by Kemp, I believe. Kemp gets by one, gets out, centering pass to Anderkin, but it goes off his stick and down into Greenway zone for an Allison and Herfindahl on the draw. One by the boards, Herfindahl back to the point, but it's taken out by Hibbing. And Willard gets around one man, and fires a backhander on Jorgensen with a stop. Allison in the corner, back to one. Looks like Coach Rewerts has put his lines back together that he started the game with. Puck comes out to the point where Groshon shoots wide. Big hit over there by Storley on Willard. Jorgensen back out, and he's hit hard by Willard. Now's not the time to lose focus, though. Clean checks are good, but you don't want to get cross the rules up too much. But some nice big hits down there. Donahue and Fink on this draw, just outside the Hibbing blue line. One back by Greenway, but back into their own zone. Blake Schrader in the corner. Controls the puck. Over to Bullfrighter. Goes behind the Greenway net. Puck comes out of the zone, though. Ryla and Lehman battle for it, and it's sent back down into Greenway zone. Greenway's having a hard time controlling the puck at this point right now. And the puck it was blocked on. Lehman gets blocked at the blue line, and we got number Donahue coming down, but he loses control. Ryla, Donahue, Carlson, And the puck is cleared by both, but kept in. Well, it was called offside. That was close there, boy. That was. We'll trust the ref's judgment on that one. Kemp on with Davidson. One over by the boards. Cleared into Hibbing's zone. Rude back behind the net. Gets it to Kabina, who sends it out to center ice. Anderkin over to Kemp. Kemp turns, fires. Blocked by Jurgensen. Anderkin picks it up behind the net, behind the goal line. But it's came away, knocked down by Kabina at the blue line, sends it back into the Greenway zone. Wells tries it, clears it, but Kabina's going to pick it up in his own zone. Sends it up to Kemp, but just misses. Greenway on a line change. Hibbing has a chance to move it down to Willard at the blue line. Fires a shot, but it's blocked by Thorson. Thorson clears it around. Ryla and Allison battle for it. Allison picks it up. Back to Lund out to Willard, who shoots, and it's stopped by Jurgensen. Nice play action there by Allison and Willard. Probably just in a little too tight to the goalie to pick a corner out and make it 4-2. So Allison and Donahue on the draw. Allison wins it again. The guy's a wizard in the face-off circle. He wins face-off after face-off. Puck's out of the Greenway zone. Allison dumps it back in. Hibbing has to clear. Groshong with it. Takes it out from behind his net. Gets by one Hibbing player. Off the boards. But Sanborn picks it up and shoots it down. Thorson with it. Off the boards. Intercepted by Allison, who dumps it to Lund. Then he picks it back up, skates in. Across the blue line, fires, just missed the upper corner. Willard puts it behind the net to Allison. Allison gives it off to Lund. Lund tries to hit a streaking Babbage coming up the middle from his defensive spot, but his shot just went wide. And Ryla comes off, but his pass is blocked by Willard. Lund with a beautiful move at the blue line. And Greenway just has to clear it. And we'll have icing on the Raiders. There is a big improvement in this team this season. You can see it in their play. I mean, they battle every second of every game, and it's paying off for Hibbing Chisholm this year. Kemp wins that face-off back, but Hibbing's behind the Hibbing net. Herfindahl tries to center it, but can't. And it clears the zone. Jorgensen with it. They got Jorgensen and Jurgensen. Rude with it, sends it up, but Hibbing will be called for icing. 7:04 remaining in regulation. Hibbing up 3-2. Shots are 31-14. So Hibbing has doubled up Greenway on the shot department. I'm sure they'd like to double them up in the goal department too, but Greenway would like to get that equalizer. Davidson and Fink to face off just to the left of Boyer. Won by Davidson. Back to Wells, who puts a shot on, and Jorgensen puts a shot on net that's sticked away by Boyer. Kabina can't get control, but Fink does. Sends it back to the point. Greenway kept in. Fink battles with Springer behind the net. Sanborn back to the point. Blocked. Picked up by both Freiters, got his brother Blake with him. Gets the puck knocked to his stick, but he continues the battle. Back to Kabina. He puts a shot out, screen, but it goes wide. Blake Freiter with Bo Freiter with a shot that went wide. Kabina keeps it in, and then upends Wells at the blue line. Davidson up the ice, stops it, blocked by Kabina. Oh, pass just misses. Run stick, and we'll go down for icing, and we'll come back into Hibbing zone with 5:44 to play, 3-2 Hibbing. Allison and Donahue will take the face-off. One of the few that Allison's lost, but it's knocked away by Willard down into the Greenway zone. Lund keeps it in to Willard. Now Allison with it behind the goal line. Out front to Lund, but the pass is blocked. Allison again with it. Takes it to the far board. Ooh, back behind the net to Willard. Willard's pass to the point gets out of the zone. But Rude sends it back into the zone. Hibbing's on a line change. Greenway brings it out, misses their pass. Rude knocks it back in down behind the Raider net. Again, Greenway just clears it out to center ice, but it's picked up by Lehman, who put it in, but then Greenway sends it down the length of the ice for another icing goal. 4:43 left in the third in regulation. Hibbing 3, Greenway 2. Kemp and Davidson on this draw. A.J. Lehman kept in by Anderkin back around the Greenway net. Clearing attempt up to Klein, who can't get it out, but now he does. But Kemp sends it back in. Lehman chases Jorgensen, loses the puck, shot in by Sanborn. And Hibbing's just all over Greenway right now. They can't get the puck out of their zone, but now they finally do. Davidson through, puts a weak shot that under goes wide. And Davidson steals the puck and then puts a backhand on a bad angle past Boyer for a goal.
Scoring the unassisted goal for the Raiders, number 16, Aiden Springer.
That was not Davidson. It was number 16, Aiden Springer, who ties the game 3-3 at the 13:10 mark of the third period. We're gonna, no icing here. The run out to Willard. Run with it, comes down, shot wide. Kept in by Willard, dumps it down, but it's cleared by Greenway out to center. Kabina picks up the puck. Kabina picks it up from Allison, comes down, shoots wide. And the puck goes up and over the glass and almost hits the photographer over there. Good thing he's young and can move. Faceoff will be outside the Greenway defensive zone. Fink and Davidson on the draw. Well, we'll have offside. We got a delayed offside right now until Greenway clears. Rude with it, sends it back to Sanborn, to Rude. Rude up to Bullfrighter, who sends it up the boards to Fink, who sends it down into the Greenway zone. Thorson and Blakefrighter battle for the puck. Greenway comes away with it, but loses it up to Rude, who sends it back into the Greenway zone. 2:34 left in counting in the third period regulation. Ryla, taken away by Allison, sends it into the corner for Frighter. Frighter stops, puts it out the front, centers it. A shot by Willard is stopped by Jurgensen. .214 left, Hibbing 3, Greenway 3. Allison and Donahue for the faceoff. Allison wins the draw, back to the point, shot wide. Kept in by Kupina. Lund chases it with Donahue. Willard comes up with it. He sends it back, hands it back into the corner. Kupina keeps in a clearing attempt, shot on, and Jurgensen has to make a stick save and sends it out over the glass for a faceoff coming to his right. 1:48 left in the third period regulation. Davidson and Allison wins it back to Kabina. Puts on a shot in front, blocked. Allison couldn't get a stick on it, but he has the puck now, sends it back to Kabina, who loses it out and back down into Hibbing's zone. Clears it out to Allison. Oh, his pass, he had Willard breaking down the middle, but he couldn't get his pass there. And Springer had a shot, that shot over the net. But Kemp now with it. Ooh, big save by Jurgensen, and Willard just missed the rebound. Lund keeps it in at the point, but now it's brought out. Carlson. Kemp with it across the blue line, but he loses it. And Willard tries to pick it up behind the net. But Allison has it, 40 seconds left. And a shot by Allison was saved. And the rebound was just laying there, but no Hibbing player could get their stick on it. And Greenway ices the puck. So 33.4 left in regulation. Hibbing 3, Greenway 3. Face off to the left of Jurgensen. Fink and Donahue on the draw. Puck goes behind the net. Frighter battling, picks up by Fink. Off the net, and it comes out front. And then a pass just misses. Big foot race for the puck, come up by Cabina. They had an injured Greenway player on the ice, but they didn't get the puck up quick enough. But Cabina has it at the point. Shot in. 2 shots on, just missed the net. And this regulation's gonna end in a 3-3 tie.
We'll have a 3-minute intermission followed by an 8-minute overtime period.
So your only goal of the third period scored by Aiden Springer of Greenway at 13:10 on assist.
Saves in the third period for Jurgensen of the Raiders, 13, with a regulation total of 34. Saves in the third period for Boyer of the Blue Jackets, 1, with a regulation total of 13.
Hibbing outshoots Greenway 13-1 in the third period. Jurgensen had 13 saves, Boyer had 1. But after a 3-minute break, we'll start an 8-minute overtime. I mean, it's been quite the game. I guess I should be talking here because scored 2 goals in the first period, one by Carter Klein and one by Aiden Ryla. Then Hibbing came back with 3 goals in the second period, scored by Drew Cabina and 2 by Casey Kemp. And then at 13:10 of the third period, Springer with that nice backhand shot that beat Boyer at 13:10 to tie it 3-3. Hibbing is out shooting Greenway 37-16. And they just haven't been able to pounce on any rebounds in front of the net. But then again, neither is Greenway. But when you only get 1 shot or 2 shots on net and 1 goes in, you're not getting many rebound chances. So now I suppose it just depends on who's in the better shape this period. And now you just shoot the puck. There's no bad shot in overtime. As they say, you don't score on 100% of the shots you don't take. So now's the time to start shooting the puck. Crashing the net and maybe getting a rebound goal. That goes both ways. They will switch ends of the ice. So both Hibbing and Greenway will have the long changes. We have about 20 seconds left before we get going. Oh, I do have to mention our sponsors. I haven't done that. But our sponsors for this broadcast are Iron Range Plumbing, Flom Designs and Photography, Hibbing Community Education, the HHS Hockey Alumni, and Wells Fargo Business Banker, Jeremy Rodrigo. So thanks to them, we're able to put this broadcast on the air. We have Willard and Donahue on the face-off. Oh, we skated past it, it's dropped down. And there, Ezra Carlson, Hibbing skated past the puck at center ice. Carlson picked it up, skated in, and put a shot that got through Boyer, and Greenway comes away with a 4-3 win. Just 8 seconds in to the overtime session. Greenway comes away with a 4-3 victory over Hibbing. Very disappointing for the Blue Jackets who outplayed Greenway. But that's the way it goes. There's no bad shots. And Carlson found a way to get one past Boyer to win the game for Greenway. So once again, our sponsors, Iron Range Plumbing, Flom Designs and Photography, Hibbing Community Education, the HHS Hockey Alumni, and Wells Fargo Business Banker, Jeremy Rodrigo, thanks to them for allowing us to broadcast these games, and we'll see you again.